So this is part two. We did find out some information about what happened to the river. This river was super full just a few days ago. None of these rocks were exposed, and that's an old dam back there, if you can see that, and that you could not see at all. So what happened, and actually we're in Tennessee, but it smells like Savannah because this kelpie stuff that looks like trees, hydrilius or something, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if you can see it on here. But under the water, it's an invasive species, and it looks like Christmas trees have been thrown in the water. And the first year we were here, I could fish, but the second year it just started kind of taking over, and every time you threw something out, you had to be creative to make sure you didn't come back with a bunch of that. But I understand that as this water comes down, this will dry out and die, which is a good thing. See over there, the white used to be underwater, and that's that plant, and it's dying. But as it dies, it does have a smell. It's almost like sea or kelpie, that kind of thing. You've got fish that are just sitting in the middle waiting to see what happens. They can't go up, and there's channels down this way they can go down, but I don't know what the thing is right now. But anyway, there were two teenagers, evidently. I'm not sure about all this. I haven't done all the research, but this is what I was told. There were two teenagers that decided it would be funny to open up a couple of valves on a blockage system that we have downstream for, like, when it floods or that kind of thing. It also regulates the level here so that the water can stay where it needs to be, so it doesn't get like this, because this is also about the health of the river. The Duck River is very healthy in many ways. They do all kinds of things to try to make sure that it stays healthy. It feeds thousands of miles, and we were really honored to live on the Duck River because there is so much management, natural management. But at the same time, when these kids did this, within 2 days, it began to drop drastically, almost like draining a bathtub. So as it gets, I think it's maybe stopped going down, and they've regulated where it can start filling back up, but it's going to take a while, and we need some rain, and we were supposed to have rain, but look at that. There is no rain around here right now. But so yesterday we kind of talked about the spiritual significance of life and rivers and how they ebb and they flow and how events in our lives, and we talked about the Dilemma book. If you didn't see that one, you can go back. But this is a case where someone else actually did something that facilitated a dilemma for other people. I mean, this is a neighborhood here, and these houses are built here because of this river. If this didn't come back up, that could be really bad for property. It could also be very bad for the wildlife. But this is an example of when someone else comes into your life and wreaks havoc. For example, say, someone abused you. Someone did something that they shouldn't have done, and that hurt you, and that set up a chain of events in your life. And, we can either look at this river and rail and scream and get mad and want to do all kinds of things, but what we have to do is just wait, be patient, trust that God is going to do what God is going to do. And that's the same thing in our lives. When someone comes into your life and wreaks havoc, and we have so many counselees that sit on our couches that were either children when the havoc person came, or they are currently in relationships where the havoc was brought to them, and it's out of their control, and they didn't see it, and they were deceived, and it's not like they chose it, and then they get into a trap. And when that happens, we have to find a way to calm down and wait out some things and get wise and begin to shift some things so that we're prepared And then the biggest thing we do as Christian counselors is we begin to use the dilemma book to seek our freedom. And God wants all of us free. He would rather all of us walk out free together, the people that hurt us and the people that we love, but that is not always possible. But He wants us free, and He wants us to choose freedom. So that's kind of what we look at Beautifully Broken Counseling. This river is just kind of giving me some examples. There's some very desolate places on the other side that usually has fish in it. You see there's some chairs where they fish, but today this is dry because of two little havocy teenagers that thought that it might be funny to just drain a river portion. So here we are, and if you know of anything that's different about that story, we don't have local TV or cable, so I don't know a lot, but this was given to me by the person at the Old Stone Fort who is next door to us, and he was aware of what was done. There's a whole lot of questions there of how in the world two kids could have pulled that off. This is a major river for fish and wildlife. We have turtles. We have river otters. Snakes. Everything. We have everything you could think about in a river are here. So anyway, that's where we are. That's part 2. I'll keep you posted. And if you need a counselor, you can call us at Beautifully Broken Counseling, and that is 615-332-4389. Or you can go directly to our website at beautifulybrokencounseling.com, and we will help you get started on dealing with the chaos in your life. And there's a form on there called the Intake Contact Us form. Fill that out, and a counselor will get back with you. We do not use a receptionist. I am the receptionist because I've chosen to do that. And I will handpick a counselor for you, and they will call you directly, and you will be with them for the rest of your time with us unless you choose something different. So we look forward to meeting you, and thank you for being with me today. God bless.